Most people think that confidence is a trait that you're either born with or without. Confidence is reserved for the extroverts, the ones who are the loudest in the room and are the most outgoing, right? But what if I told you that unshakable confidence is for everyone and not only reserved for a certain group of people? So in this video, you will learn how to become more confident, to improve your relationships, get the job you always wanted or the pay raise you deserve, and enhance your mental well-being. So let's get started. You have probably experienced it yourself. Someone does something and you think if you only repeat the same thing, you will get the exact same result. For example, your friend joins the tennis club. They get praise, recognition, and validation, and they feel super confident. You think, what if I also join the tennis club? I will get that too and finally feel confident. So you join the tennis club and you quickly realize it just doesn't feel good. You don't enjoy your classes. Every Wednesday when it's time for your lesson, you dread going. Despite having cute outfits, a pair of sneakers, and a racket, you constantly feel negative emotions. So you decide to keep on going to the lessons and show up every Wednesday in your cute outfit. 3 months pass and you're still not enjoying your tennis lessons. Your initial pep talks turn into self-doubt with thoughts like, you're just not good enough. You can't make anything work and you're a failure. Unlike your friend, you receive no praise, recognition, or validation, only criticism and lost games. After 6 months, you quit tennis and decide to stick with what you know forever. And here lies the crux of it all. People with unshakable confidence recognize that self-doubt is part of life. However, they also realize that quitting is not inherently bad. Quitting things that don't feel good, especially when done for external validation, is the best thing you can do for your self-worth. It means accepting reality and reassessing your goals to see how much they actually serve you. The fact is, we cannot be good at everything, and that is totally fine. However, there is at least one thing that everyone is good at. Once you have found it, it will bring you in a state of flow and it will feel like it is meant to be. And don't mistake that feeling with a constant state of positivity. Self-doubt will always be part of the journey. However, if negative thoughts consistently outweigh positive ones over a long period of time, it's a signal to reassess. Because persistent negativity can harm your self-image and decrease your overall motivation. Always question and assess your motives for starting something new. For instance, revisiting the tennis club example, the initial motive was to join for external validation, approval, and recognition to become more confident. A quick reality check will reveal that external validation will never give you the confidence you seek. Your dependence on external validation can actually do the opposite and lead to heightened insecurity and anxiety when faced with criticism or lack of validation. Instead, introspect to discover what genuinely interests you as a person or what you excel at, and try again. While trying out new things and leaving your comfort zone is crucial, so is acceptance. Accepting that we don't excel at something and moving on to what truly matters to us can lead to more success and meaning in life. After giving your best effort, true confidence means accepting failure, learning from your mistakes, and trying again. But there's more to become confident than learning from your mistakes and acceptance. In the early days of my fashion retail career, I was someone who said yes to everything, constantly putting others before myself. Over time, people took advantage of my kindness, making constant demands without considering my feelings or limits, and took it for granted that I would go the extra mile. Going the extra mile became the new standard for them. What I hadn't noticed at first is that it led to me neglecting my own well-being. I felt overwhelmed and exhausted, but I was unable to speak up for fear of upsetting anyone. My mental and emotional well-being started to suffer, affecting my self-esteem and happiness. Eventually, I realized the negative impact of not setting boundaries and prioritizing my own needs. This turning point pushed me to change my habit of always wanting to please and I started advocating for myself. I learned to set boundaries confidently and assertively by recognizing my own needs and limits. I openly communicated about what I could and couldn't handle, and I regained control over my work-life balance and my mental well-being. Saying no when necessary allowed me to focus on projects that truly mattered and invest time in activities that brought me joy. In turn, my employer also benefited as my productivity and overall happiness increased. Since then, I have never looked back. It had such an immensely positive impact on all aspects of my life beyond my job. Setting boundaries is a powerful tool to foster genuine confidence and establish healthy relationships with mutual respect in and outside of your job. Often we want to please people because of a deeper rooted fear. But how can we overcome it? It starts with being comfortable with the uncomfortable. And I have experienced it myself. Once I had shifted from fashion sales to tech sales, I was confronted with daily challenges that required an additional trait to become more confident. As a newbie, I had to learn plenty of new things. As now I was selling software in online meetings to companies, unlike before where I sold clothes to consumers face to face. In the beginning, I was terrified to even do the first calls or online meetings. I felt uncomfortable as I had never done this before. Even worse, I was getting rejection after rejection when I was trying to sell the company's software. But instead of getting discouraged, I used each no as a learning opportunity. I asked for feedback from potential clients and created a competitor analysis that ended up being used by the entire company. Over time, my persistence paid off because I understood the customer needs better and also the market landscape. Eventually, I became one of the top salespersons in my company, leading to hiring and managing a high-performing partner sales team. And the lesson I learned, rejection can be a stepping stone to success. I know it is uncomfortable and it doesn't feel good, but only in the beginning. The more you expose yourself to rejection, the easier it becomes and the more you can use it to your advantage. It becomes the new normal and you experience a shift in your perspective. Through my experience in sales, I noticed how much this mindset shift spread to all aspects of my life. For example, rejection can also be a not yet, or it can be an invitation to constantly question, is this what I truly want? Maybe you realize that you do certain things because someone else, like your parents, society, or your friends, has instilled a belief in you. Or maybe it is exactly what you want, and it gives you the energy upswing that you needed all along. Sometimes rejection can be seen as a GPS rerouting you to a path that suits you better. It can also be a chance to learn and grow. Every time you're faced with rejection, you pick up something valuable and it can help you become better for the future. Rejection can also be seen as a form of protection, keeping you away from opportunities or relationships that might not be right for you, saving you future disappointments or harm. There's a saying by inventor and scientist Alexander Graham Bell, and I really love it. When one door closes, another opens. Rejection might lead you to another path that you haven't considered before. It's also a reminder that there are many opportunities out there. By seeing rejection this way, it turns from a setback into a step forward and instills a strong belief in your own capabilities, making you feel more confident. But even when faced with all the rejection in the world, there's another skill that needs to be honed to become confident. And for that, let's take a look at the incredible story of Malala. By the way, I just finished reading her book and I can only recommend it. It's super inspiring. As a young girl from Pakistan, she bravely advocated for girls' education in a region where Taliban forbade girls going to school and learning. Her activism made her a target, and she survived a near-fatal attack by a Taliban gunman while on her way home from school. Despite the severity of the attack and a long recovery, Malala's determination only grew stronger. She continued to fight for education rights for women on a global stage and inspired others through her courage and tenacity. From Malala, we can learn an invaluable lesson about resilience. True strength is not the absence of fear, but the perseverance to keep fighting for your beliefs, even if someone directly opposes them. Facing difficulties with a can-do attitude can turn obstacles into opportunities. When you encounter setbacks, remind yourself of your goals, your beliefs, and the progress you've made so far to keep on going. Just like Malala, resilience is the key to developing confidence and can be a game changer for you, for others, and your life. Although resilience earned her the Nobel Peace Prize, making her a symbol of education rights, there was one more trait that she honed to become the most confident version of herself. And maybe this sounds familiar to you. We see people all over social media flaunting their successes with expensive cars, watches, fulfilling certain beauty standards, going on luxury travels, and dining out in fancy restaurants. And we think these must be confident people, right? But what's on display is often not the reality. It's a curated version of a reality that people want you to see and believe. Falsely, we mistake that behavior for true confidence. However, unshakable confidence is not about faking it till you make it. And before revealing the next trait needed to become truly confident, it is important to answer the following question. How can you tell apart unshakable confidence from the fake confidence displayed by many insecure people? Insecure people are often very vocal about their possessions, status, and achievements to get attention. Their aim is to constantly prove their knowledge, to feel important, and balance out the insecurities. In contrast, confident and secure people are great listeners. And why? Because they want to constantly improve their knowledge and make others feel important. Giving attention to others rather than themselves earns them respect. Their words have value. If they say they do something, they do it. They're intentional about what and how they communicate, knowing that it will earn them trust because people know they can rely on them. Your values and beliefs define your actions and words. These in turn demonstrate your true confidence, independent on other people's opinions. As a manager, what helped me gain trust and respect from my team was exactly this. By managing my team effectively, I realized how crucial respect and trust are for reaching goals and fostering collaboration. In contrast, I've seen so many managers taking on too many commitments, which often leads to not fulfilling all of them, causing stress and disappointment for themselves and others. They would not prioritize tasks, which led to them not meeting deadlines and neglecting important obligations. It prevented them to gain trust and respect from their team, as they neither could keep their promises nor stick to their word. On top, they constantly had to boast about their successes and put themselves in the spotlight to gain recognition from others. True confidence is based on acceptance, setting boundaries, dealing with rejection, gaining resilience, and valuing your own word over everything. With confidence, you gain leverage in your career, in your relationships, and in life overall. It's the foundation upon which you can build your dream life and tap into your full potential. However, having confidence is pointless if you don't know how to master your emotions or if you don't know your purpose in life. So watch these videos to build up on your foundation. If you found this video helpful, it would mean the world to me if you would give this video a thumbs up, hit the notification bell as well as the subscribe button, and join the community as it grows. So see you next time. Bye!